nifanye mapenzi yake. Tamani nikuone uzima wa milele. Wakasema mimi ni njia ya uzima, akamtaye mimi uzima. Yesu akasema unatakaye mimi uzima. Yesu natamani nikuone. I was listening to a song by an artist in Kenya. The song is about I want to see you Jesus. In Kiswahili natamani nikuone. Today I want to share with you the book of Ephesians chapter 6 from verse 1. I shall read in English, then I shall translate a bit. We shall talk why am I reading this chapter and this verse, and why am I sharing this message to you guys. Why am I talking to you? Because it has come to my attention some of the things are happening in the world, and we see the end is coming. So I want to talk briefly about children and parents. The Bible says, Ephesians 6 from verse 1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. 2. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment, with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou may live longer on this earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nature and the admonition of the Lord. Servant, be honest to them, that ye are the masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in the singleness of your heart, as unto Christ. I'm not a good fan of reading Swahili, but I'll try to read it. Enyi watoto watiini wazazi wenu katika Bwana, maana hili neno ndiyo haki. Waheshimu baba yako na mama yako. Amri hii ndiyo amri ya kwanza yenye ahadi. Mstari wa 3. Upate heri ukae siku nyingi katika dunia. Nanyi akina baba, msiwachokoze watoto wenu, bali waleeni katika adabu na moyo ya Bwana, watumwa wa Bwana. Let me now start in English. You know, the Bible tells me that inaniambia kwamba it says that here that children obey your parents, and first obey your parents in the Lord. 1. Being a pastor, being a deacon, or any church leader, as good children, you must have honesty and respect for that kind of elder. It is not me who's saying. Paul was telling Ephesians children that I see you children with grown horns, whereby you shout on the elders, you don't care about your parents, you neglect them, you don't care who you are. You take your parents as not people. But the Bible tells me that here that Paul emphasized to tell the Ephesians, and the Ephesians of today is you and me, Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Respect your pastor. Listen to what he says. Respect the deacons. Respect those people who are telling you, who are older than you, that are teaching you the way of the Lord. As they are teaching you, when you see your mother and your father, they're going to the church, or your mother is going to church and you're staying in the bed, stop that sicknesses of sleeping. Go to church with your mother. Go to church with her. Then all of you get the blessings. There, God is going to mentor you in his own way, not in your way. Verse 2. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment and the promise. Your father and mother, they have given birth unto you. They have taken care upon you. Many people, they get nice jobs. Some they go overseas. Some they go, they are getting good money. They don't care upon their parents. So I'm talking to you, who's listening to you. Be it a lady or a man, I want to warn you today. If you read the Bible, honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment, and the promise, with the promise. You neglect your family. Where you come from, you forget. You don't care. You may be staying in a city country. You don't care in the rural areas. The parents have suffered upon you. You now criticize saying that they did not educate me. They did not give me a, what you call college. Have no skills. I fought my own. That's very wrong. Whoever you are wrong or right, you should not provoke your parents, be it a mother or a father, because once you provoke them, you're provoking God. Be a person who understands. You read the Bible, God gives directions. You can see some, they are working in the army and they disown their father, they threaten them, even their mother, they point gun on them. That is a curse. I want you to put in mind who gave birth on you. If your mother couldn't bear carrying you 9 months, she decided to kill you, will you survive? If your father not struggled the way he has struggled to do, or both of them they have struggled to bring you up in a good way, would you make it? So it is a stupid thing or a bad thing to say, this is my wealth, they not gave me. That's wrong. Respect your mother and father. Take good care about them. Do not neglect them. Put them in the good and proper manner. These are your parents. It doesn't matter how much wealth you have, even the little you have, share. Even you see the neighbor kid is suffering there, support. Don't say he or she is not my kid. No. Verse 3 says, that may dwell with thee and with thee long life on this earth. By respecting your parents is honoring God, that God may add you more life, that you may see the blessings of your children. If you neglect them, you don't take care upon them, that is too bad. Your days are getting too short. You have to obey these people. You have to go to the way of the Lord. You have to walk in the presence of God. You have to seek God guidance. You have to look where and which side am I going to follow. Do not follow what advisors advise you. Follow what they talk and follow what's important to you. To live long is asking God to direct you and to guide you. Verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to what? Bring them up in the nature and admonition of the Lord. Parents, do not be rude to your kids. The way you're getting rude to your kids, you all the time shouting. Maybe the kid come to you and say, "Daddy, I don't have a pencil." Say, get out from here. I don't have pencils. That's a rude way. Oh, Daddy, can I ask you something? Don't stop me. That's not the thing. Oh, Daddy, I want you buy for me a toy, a car toy. You say, do I have money? No, no. That's the way you are teaching your children to be rude. And remember, the children you are teaching, the way you're answering them, you are teaching them the way they will behave with their children. And their own children to children, the same thing goes on building in that society. Then you have to, then you end up having a rude society. Okay? We don't mix, okay? We don't mix sand and rice. We don't mix beans and maize flour. No, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense when a kid has come to ask you, "Mother, I wanted for you to buy for me this cloth. I saw it's good." A good mother, a good father will say, let's see, when they get money, I go, we check with you, we buy. Even you don't have a single cent, just give me time, I find money, I'll buy for you. Even you not buy for her or for him, you are still promising, teaching her or him the right way. But saying, where's the money? That's rudeness. Try to convince them the best way, I'll buy for you. Or, honey, wait a bit. The moment you get money, we shall plan on that. The kid will understand. Remember, the kid, you have to train him as the moment as he grows or she grows. If we could train up our children, we could have a better society. If we could have taken care of our kids, teaching them the right way of God, we could have a better societies. We could not have robberies. We could not have these killings we see all over the world. We could not see the things we see moving here and there. No. Moreover, Satan is a liar. That's why, as parents, sometimes you leave your kids at home, you go to church, you are there, you get blessings to come at home. You find the kid in the house watching the movie, maybe all kind of movies. Remember, we have the kids who are watching movie. Some love horror movies or the gun movies. Take it whatever. Horror movies, remember, it's blood. The kid will end up at school pinching others with nails or needles. Okay, that's horror. Okay, that's why you see whereby children getting guns and killing one another in schools or somewhere else, or playground, something bad goes on, because as parents we have not take care upon them. Let's train our children in the good ways, and let's teach them the way they may understand how the nature it is and how God is. Okay? Now, I want to ask you a question. A mother, you got married to Mr. X, and Mr. X, you find him, he had 2 kids or 1 kid. They're still young. An example, they're still young. You find out a mother will neglect those kids because it is not her blood. The same to the father sometimes. It's not their blood. This is what I want to tell you. I'm putting here something very sensible. I want people, at least, you understand how to tackle issues. Don't see yourself alone. You got this man with his kids. Try to train those kids in the right way. If you say they are not your kids, even you bear your own kids, the blessings of these kids, you got them, they'll took them away. When my friend, I remember that's in Madeira, my friend, I know their mother divorced with their father, so the father got another wife. So I saw those mistreatment. He could come at our house. I had some food for him. Then we talk, we share matters. Nowadays they are grown up. If you check what is happening today, mostly you ladies and you men, give a child a good life to live. A child, you train him the best way, he will not steal. What I see how people do, removing eyes of the kid, slaughtering, burning, you women and you men, you better understand the right of God. Stop killing. Stop mistreating this kid. Give him life so that he may live. He may help you in future. Train him because here on this earth we are passerby. Let me ask you a question. You do to that kid very bad. She dies, she goes. Will you stay here a million years? No. There I'm talking bitterly, telling you to understand it is not good what people do. Take care of those kids in a good way. Bring them in the right way of godly way. They'll call you mother. They'll call you father. They'll not tell you stepmother. No, because they know you. You have bring something in their life. You have given them life. They will never and never say, this is my stepfather, this is my stepmother. No. They'll say, this is my father. He has been good to me. He has educated me. He has done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 everything. All. You'll get a good praise. But the moment you mistreat those kids, they go outside the world. They talk how bad the family is. What my father did, he got married to another woman. Now this woman has mistreated us. I'm suffering. I cannot go to my education. What? You see, it's a bad name. And you fathers and mothers, you divorced or your wife passed away or your husband passed away. I want you take time with your kids. Once you come for vacation, take them for a tour. Okay? You can walk either, so that you may know what is eating their minds. Where something they have observed wrong or where they've been treated bad, they can understand. I've seen on Facebook in Tanzania, a kid of 4 years, a grown-up mother got this kid with this man. He plucked out the eyes. What a pain. What a pain. Even though he asked for food or something went bad, he stole something or something has just disappeared, it is not good. Or, now, get me the point clearly now. You find you have your own kids, your mother, and this man has his own kids. So all you bring the kids together. You end up finding your kids does something, your mother something, the kid steals something and says it is him. Or the father's kid say it is him. It is still wrong. Good parents reason together, say whoever did it, it is wrong. And I want to talk here in front of everybody to understand. U, J, K, M, Z, all of you are our kids. There's no the kid of the father, there's no the kid of the mother. That's the right way you are putting a nice family, a blessed family. Yourself will come up to realize I did it better. The kids, they learn from you how you brought them together. But if you accept accusations in the house, that's the biggest mistake you're doing. You say, now look upon him. He normally steals. So you find this kid is now getting separated. Maybe he has not stole anything. Maybe he's not a bad kid. It is you guys, you are making these kids to be bad. Okay? Now I'm trying to talk that verse 14, Ephesians 14. I want you to go to read it. Be it your kids or not your kids, take care upon the kids. Stop plugging kids' eyes. Stop burning children. Stop doing something which is bad to the children. Stop neglecting the children. Are neighbors of good hearts. Jump in, don't fear. Fear God. Jump in where you see this assistance should be done, should be done. You cannot leave somebody do. Maybe you're seeing the next door, yes, the kids crying, being beaten up. Some they beat kids with knives, pangas. What? What is that? A good parent will never show to your husband or to your wife or to your children a knife or a panga. There you have accepted the devil. You listen from the first verse as I read it, that children obey your parents in the Lord. Take the children to the church. Start from the church. Everything ask God. God bless my children. God teach my children. God guide my children. God help me to bring them up. God show me the way they can follow your, how I can teach them to follow your way. Moreover, judge my English, but let me tell you, the more you hold those kids rightly, the more you bring somebody and something words of healing, words of blessings, you are trying to renovate somebody's mind. But the moment you bring something like accusations, abuse, beating, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, the Bible says, with a cane, not millions canes, not 100 canes. 2 canes is enough, or 1 cane is enough, not every day. Do not and never, because he's not your kid, he has failed not to go to school, or something's happening here and there, you find something wrong with the kid first. Be a parent who can understand the children well. Ask God guidance. Don't ask God, I need kids. You get them. You neglect them. You don't care upon them. You don't give them the basic needs. That's so too wrong. Never fight in the house. When you fight in the house, the children are copying and paste what they be doing to their wives or to one another in the house. Yes, husband and wives, try to make sure that your quarrel be secret quarrel. Don't shout, you tell your children, especially mothers. Let me talk in Kiswahili. Baba yako ni umbwa anapenda wanawake. Baba yako ni malaya anarukaruka huku na huku. Baba yako hawezi kusaidia. Yani, it means your father cannot help you. The father is a dog. Your father like women. Your father is nothing. Your father is useless. You're just useless as your father. You're useless like your mother. Wrong. Bring your children to the right way. Teach them the right thing. Prune them. They will be pruned right way to the God's desire. You love it? You don't love it? I'm telling you guys, be people who are able to guide their own children. Be people who can take care upon their own children. Be people who can recognize how to handle the children. What I am against, stepmothers and stepfathers. Ask God guidance how to deal with the children you get on that compound. Stop your stupid thing. You say, I'm loving only the wife, but the children, that's very wrong. Be people who When you met her, take good care upon those kids. When you met him, take good care upon those kids. Stop having those, sasa hiyo mtoto, that's wrong. I disagree there. So, brothers, I've talked very rough a bit, but I know I'm not happy what's happening to the world. Many children are dying and passing away, and as fathers and mothers, we neglect them. We don't take care upon them. I want to speak again. Wherever you are, be it your neighbor, you see this difference, that kid's getting problem. Try to counsel that woman or that father. If it's rude, take another way. Not in court. You can have like 7 neighbors. You go, you find out the mistakes. When one person see 7 neighbors are coming in the house, he will shut up the mouth, or she will shut up the mouth. I'm just telling him, if you don't want this kid, give us. He will shut up the mouth. So, husband and wives fighting also, arguing, especially on money. Money issues are a big problem so far. Oga, I want to say this way. Money problem is a big issue. Both of you should be honest. Not everybody is perfect, no. Understand each other's mistakes and correct. Where there is wrong, accept to be corrected and move forward. Do not show your quarreling or your disagreement in front of your kids. Try to show love. Even your kids find you are shouting or so talking slowly, say, yeah, we are just playing. That's a story. Finish. Then you say, my wife here is wrong. My husband, this is wrong. Let's correct this family. I need you. We need each other. We stay. And that is it. Thank you. Be blessed. And please share it.